All right, so good afternoon. They say all work and no play makes Jack a dull guy. So, and all play and no work too, it also makes Jack an idiot. Sorry. All right, so yesterday I promised that I was going to do something small on. Okay, well, after you have put together your work, let's say your thesis or your project work or your book you have written or a document, the next thing is the administrative aspect, which is you need to do a table of content. You need to do maybe a table of paragraph, maybe a navigation pan, a list of tables, list of figures, and all those things. So how are you able to do it? These things, they are simple, but sometimes they worry people. So today I want to show all of us a simple way of doing table of content. I know some people it's very easy, but to those who don't know, maybe it's an opportunity to learn. I don't always just want to come and so all right. So let me go straight and share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay, and then I'm sharing the entire screen so that. All right. So once I'm sharing the entire screen, I can. Uh-huh. So I'm very sure you can see my screen right now. Yeah, so let's assume that this is somebody's work and the person has already put together. So as you can see on your case, you can see that this is, if you look at this play, that's page one. It's been named page there in that order. That's the abstract. That's the abstract there. So, and that's the background, maybe the topic and whatsoever, the objectives, justification, and I'm sure this is like he wrote it in the form of a proposal for funding. Yeah. So if you're going to do a table of content and you have a document like this, how do you do it? Well, so what happens is usually after the abstract here, the next thing that will come will be a table of content. So let's say I have here what is a table, let's say a table of contents, and then sometimes you also have list of tables. Maybe if you have used a lot of list of tables, you could also have lists of, let's say, figures in that order. So today we are going to learn how to do table of content. So we need to insert the table of content here. I see find that some of us who will be doing the, let's say, chapter one, then you put dot, 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 on which page it is. Let's say it is on, let's say, page. How are you able to do that if you have, let's say, about 500 pages? That's a lot of work. There's a way to do it very simply. So, first of all, let's understand something. Before you do a table of content, you should know how to do page numbers, which is very simple. For the page numbers, we simply just do inserts, and then you are coming to insert page numbers. So when you do the insert on your home tab, then you will see a lot of things where you have comment, you have the smart, then you see where you have headers and footers, you can see that you have your page numbers there. So simply you choose the type of page numbers that your institution. So if it is the middle, bottom, then if I choose this, it is there. So that is, you can see that it is the middle, bottom, and then in that order. So that's the page numbers for you. What is it? As you can see, these ones are on top, both top and down, and then in that order. But let's say that's not what I want. So I'm going to remove that quickly. I'm going to remove the page numbers. So simple, you go back to the same place and you say remove page numbers. And I'm sure all of them, they are gone now. So you won't find any page number. So before you do a table of conference, a table of contents, you need to set your page numbers. And so, but you realize that in doing your table of content, you come here, put your cursor under the table of content you have already listed. Then you come to references. Then you have table of content. Then you come here, you choose. When you click on your table of content at the left corner, you will see this table of content automatic table one. It will be there, table two, different styles. Then you can choose the one you want. If you choose this, you see, oh, well, they said no table of content entries found. Yeah, so which is very true. So it means that something has to be done before the table of content. So let me undo that quickly. So what do we need to do in this case? What we need to do is we have to let Microsoft Office know what forms our table of content. And in doing that, we go to styles. So if you're on the home tab, you will see that the styles you have this one here. These are styles I've created myself. Those ones are not needed. Then you have header one, have heading two, you have title, and in that order. So you can create your own what style whatsoever, but that is for a different day. So first of all, before you do a table of content, you must first of all let your document know what forms your table of contents. So let's say I have here, I have my background here. So okay, let's say this is the title. So if I come here and I put my title, then you have to come here and then you see that there's a title here. When you click on that one, it marks it as a title. If there's a subtitle, you can click there in the styles. So this is a title. So I will, what is it? I mark it this way. So then the title is there. Then when I come to my background, I have to go to the styles. And let me explain what this heading 1 and 2 means. You notice that you can have a broad topic, and then under that you have subtopics, and then under that you have another subtopic in that order. So the heading 1 is always the major topic, but the subtopic that is comes under it will take heading 2. If there's another subtopic under the subtopic 2, that one will take heading 3 in that order. So because the background is a main topic, then we put that one as heading 1. Now, when you do that, you see that the color has changed. You can change this one because this is an official document. You can have different colors, blue, except it is required. So what do? You come here and then you do some modification. You come and right click on the style that you have chosen, which is heading 1. Then when you right click on it, you see modify. So when you click on modify, you can do all the modifications here. You choose automatic color. You come here and choose your what is it? The type you want. You want Times New Roman, which is always accepted. The font size is always 12, and of course the line spacing. Whether you want it to be bold, you can put bold there. If you want it to be italics, I don't think I'll need italics there. If you want it to be underlined, in that order. When you have finished all the modifications, then you come and make sure that you see under here where my cursor is moving, you will see add to styles in gallery. Make sure this particular portion is ticked. So if it is ticked, then you come and click OK. Then you see that it is what is around here. Something I have forgotten. Let me do that quickly. Let me go back there and do the modification. So if you want your heading 1 to be in the center, you have to elect it so it comes to the center, so that all your heading 1s will be at the center. Maybe your heading 2 will be at the left side. So I've done that. Then I come to my main objective. It's also a main heading. So heading 1. Then I come here. Then you have to do that repeatedly. But objective 1 comes under main objective. So that will be heading 2. And at the same time, you see that the color has also changed. So I need to modify that quickly and have to make sure I give it automatic color, which is this. And I have to make sure that I use Times New Roman. And then I have a font size, change it to 12. And then I'm not going to make that, maybe I need to bolden it I need to bold in all the objectives and maybe put it in italics. All right. So when I have done that, I make sure that I'm adding it to my gallery. So I make sure this particular checkbox here is checked. And when I click like this, then I have it. All right. So when I go to my next objective, objective 2, then you highlight on it, then you come and click, it comes under heading 2 automatically. Because I've already modified it, you see that it has changed. So that's what I will do. Then I come to my objective 4, I do the same thing. But when I come to justification, it's a main topic by itself, so that will come under heading 1. So it has picked heading 1. If I come to approaches, let's say that will be heading 1. And you see that it has automatically gone to the center. This is under heading 1. So you do that repeatedly until you have finished. I have my hypothesis, which is heading 1. Then I have contributions, is also a heading 1. So collaborators, let's say that's what I'm saying, that this document is for those who apply for funding. So I'm just using it as an example for us to see how we do referencing. So you do this, you come and then you highlight whatever is supposed to be under your first heading, and then you will do that. You highlight on it, and then you go and click on your heading 1. Then when we come to methodology, okay, that's the main topic, so it's going to be heading 1. But under that, you have a field stitch that should be under heading 2. It's under the same thing, so that will take under heading 2. And then we have DNA extraction stitch, then that will also be under, let's say, heading 2, because they all come on the same level. Now laboratory stitch, that's also heading 2. They come together. Then when we come to bioinformatics tools and pipelines, that's obviously under heading 1. It's on their own. And then under any of them will be heading 2 in that order. So I finished the document. I have added all the document to the styles here, and I've registered. Now it is in the memory of Microsoft Office that these are the things I wanted to form part of my table of content. So when I come back, I now scroll up to where my table of content is. Then I put my cursor, my active cursor there. It is blinking. Then you go to references, and then I get to references. I have table of content at the left on the reference, tab. When you click on the left, so you come here, you have different styles of your table of content. Either the first or the second is now your choice. Then when you choose, automatically the table of content is generated, as you can see it here. You can always update it as and when you add if you add any document to what is already existing, then you will notice that it will be those particular documents. You can come to the table of content and update it, because when you come, you click anywhere, you see update table. Then you can either update that particular that portion that you have modified, or you can update the entire place. I always advise that and update the entire table of content. So I haven't added anything yet. So when you come here, you see this. These are the various styles I've already spoken. You could choose the style you want. If you don't want it here, then when you come to the referencing, or when you come to the layout, the designs, there are different designs of the table of content here. Then you can choose any of them. There are plenty of the designs here. You just choose. You can modify it to the way you want it. You can reset it to default, or you just allow it to be the way it is, depending on what your institution require. Yeah, so you notice that even though I didn't insert the page numbers, but the table of content automatically would count the pages and put the page numbers there. So you see that now, let me show something quickly. So that if I come and I want, let's say, justification, let's say the document was that plenty, when I put my cursor there, I press my control down, and then I click enter, then it takes me straight to justification page. You see that it has taken me straight to where the justification is supposed to be. So that's how it's supposed to be, and that's how we do a table of content. But there is something very significant. That's the reason why I'm doing this. you notice that as I have done this table of content, the title page, the abstract, and even the table of content itself is not there. So how am I going to do that? How are we going to ensure that the table of content is in a format like this? Let's say it's in a particular format. Let's say, let me show you a sample table of content here. So you see that this one starts with Roman numeral 1, numeral 2 in that order. And then it got to a point that it then start with page 1 in that order. How do we do that? I think that's where the confusion comes when you are doing a table of content. Let's get back to the main document. So this is the document we have. We get back to the home tab. So this is the main document that we have. And in this document, we need to separate it. First of all, what we need to do is we want one part to be Roman numerals, the page numbers to be Roman numerals. We want the other part to be the ordinary numerals. So what do we do? So we have to divide the document into sections. We have to section the document. So where do we want the segregation to start? Perhaps we want the segregation to start from here. So let me move it to a new page. So you put your cursor by where you want the segregation, or you want to break the document into two sections. So once you click here, your cursor is here. Then you go to page layout. You see on the title, when you click here, page layout, you see breaks. When you click on break, you follow to next page. When you click on next page, yeah, what is it? It should break the pages. I'm coming. Yeah, it has separated, what is it? The pages. So now we have two sections. Now the two sections that we have, we can now decide to insert the page numbers separately. And I'm going to do that quickly. So we have this particular section. So I can come here and say, I'm going to insert the page numbers. Then, okay, and I'm inserting bottom. Right, so all of them, the page numbers have, what is it? They have inserted. But let me show something here. You know, we have already divided the document into two sections. The first section starts from here, coming down. But you see that it is the page number here is page. The page number here is 6. All right. No, we want this one to start from 1, and we want the first one to start from Roman numeral 1. So we come here to the number 6 where we want it to start from Roman numeral 1. Then we highlight it, right click on it, go to format page numbers. So when you see that, you will see that one, when you go number format, you can choose either Roman numerals, you can choose whatsoever here, and then you put it there. So because we want that side to be ordinary numbers, we'll leave it at the ordinary numbers here. And we want it to start from number 1. That section to start from number 1. So you come here, you see that start at number 1. When you do that, you click OK. You see that it has changed. It's now from number 1 going all the way to, this is number 2, and then number 3. Then you go up again to the other section. So you see that this is number 1. This particular page is number 1. But when you scroll up, you see number 5 on top. So you also come here. That's the other section. So you come here, highlight it, right click on it, and you go to the same thing, page format. And then when you come here, this time around, you want it to be Roman numerals. So you come here and choose Roman numerals, your number format. Then it will be there. And you want it to start from Roman numeral. You come and click start at. Then your up arrow, it will simply highlight, it will start at Roman numeral 1. That you can see it's already highlighted there. So when you click, you see that side, it has already started from Roman numeral 1. So let me go up here and update all of them. All right, so I come here to the one that was 1. Then I change the format into this, and then it's going to start at Roman numeral 1. No, Roman numeral 1. All right, so then I do that. So you see that all of them have changed. Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, Roman numeral 3, and then Roman numeral 4 in that order. Then I think I have to delete this one, this page, this one. There was no point having it there. So that's it. So now we have all of them. Now, when we come to the main document, you see that those ones, what is it? Just a minute. Because I deleted what is something here. That is why. All right. Okay. Okay. So remember in that order. So all of them, they are there now. So we now have all our page numbers very well, what is it, in order. So come and just click in the middle, double click in the middle on all the documents. You see that this one now starts at page 1, this also page 2, and then this is page 4. I think page 3 would have been here. Page 3 is here. So when you go up to the title page, you start with what? Roman numeral 1, as you can see. If you come here, that will give you Roman numeral 2. The abstract and the table of content will now be in Roman numeral 3. And trust me, so anything you are adding on the app section, the pages will be automatically renamed into Roman numerals. If anything you add on the other section, the page numbers will be updated using the ordinary numerals. Now, what we have left is to now come and update this table of content. And before we update the table of content, this is what we always do. I will now come here. I want my declaration to be under my heading 1. So I click heading 1. I want my acknowledgement to be, so I come and click here, heading 1. I want my abstract. I think I should move it to the next page. And then I click it. It's going to be under heading 1. And the table of content itself, I want it to also be heading 1. Okay. Then I move this one a little bit. Then my list of tables, then that will be under heading 1. I come to my other, this one, that will be under my heading 1 in that case. So I have finished like that. I have named everything like that. Everything has been named. So now after I have done that, I now go back to the table of content here, click here, and I said update. So what do? You update the entire document, and you see what will happen. You see that the table of content now starts from the Roman numerals, it goes all the way, and then it comes here to start from what is it? The main figures. That's how we do table of content, and very, very simple. So that's your table of content. I have to do it. I promised I was going to do it yesterday. I escaped my mind, and then I think I'm happy that I've succeeded in doing it today. I think I have an empty page here. I need to delete it. Let me delete the empty page and then show you something. All right, so I've deleted one of the empty pages. Let me delete the other one. Okay. All right, so we now have, okay, what is it? Don't worry yourself about that one. So we now have our table of contents being done. So God willing, tomorrow I will try and do a list of tables and then list of figures, how to do your list of figures and your list of tables, and of course, how to create a navigation pan within your Microsoft Word document. So that's your video of today. Thank you very much. My name, as usual, is Big Bright, and I hope you have learned something small. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.